a Trumper arrested for attacking a reporter, yelling, "This is Trump's America." Put it up. Here we go. Colorado. Colorado man allegedly attacked a young television news reporter after demanding to know if the news reporter was a citizen. He yelled at the reporter, "This is Trump's America now." The alleged attacker is Patrick Thomas Egan. Let me give you the details. So Patrick Thomas Egan, 39 years of age, was arrested December 18th in Grand Junction after police said he followed KKCO KJCT reporter J. Ron Alex's vehicle for around 40 miles. Do you hear me? 40 miles from the Delta area. Alex told police that he believed he had been followed and attacked because he is Pacific Islander. And you see the reporter who was the victim of this attack. I'm going to give you some background on the attack. After arriving in Grand Junction, Egan, who was driving a taxi, pulled up next to Alex at a stoplight. And according to an arrest affidavit, says something to the effect of, quote, "Are you even a U.S. citizen? This is Trump's America now. I'm a Marine, and I took an oath to protect this country from people like you," end quote. Alex, who had been out reporting, then drove back to his news station in the city. After he got out of his vehicle, Egan chased Alex as he ran toward the station's door and demanded to see his identification according to the document laying out police's evidence in the case. Egan then tackled Alex, put him in a headlock, and began to strangle him, the affidavit said. Co-workers who ran out to help and witnesses told the police that Alex appeared to be losing his ability to breathe during the attack, which was partially captured on surveillance video, according to the document. Egan was arrested on suspicion of bias-motivated crimes, second-degree assault, harassment. I think it should be upgraded to attempted murder. Now, what do you have? You have an individual, a reporter, who's simply doing his job. That reporter is now in danger because Trump and his cronies engaged in a system to radicalize individuals against people of certain industries. Now, if you don't believe that, I want you to remember how this government would say years ago that people could be radicalized into doing terroristic acts. Remember that? Well, if a person can be radicalized by propaganda to do acts of domestic terrorism, why is it that Donald Trump or his cronies cannot do the same with propaganda? Of course they can, they do, and they have. This is simply another realization of what this level of propaganda has done. Jackson, I got to tell you, man, I've worked at a news station, a local news station before, and typically you don't really have security. You have a front desk person. Usually the door is control entry where you need to show your ID card to get in. But other than that, it's kind of an open opportunity if you really wanted to commit a criminal act. And it seems as if this individual was attempting to get inside of the building to secure himself, but the taxi driver, which is another irony in itself, followed him 40 miles just to effect this attack. What say you?
Man, look, if you follow somebody for 40 miles, you mean it. Like
Yeah.
you are dead set determined not only on hurting somebody, but it says so much about what your overall belief system is. And then this guy talked about Trump. This is Trump's America. This is what Trump's America is all about. It doesn't matter how many people do this or don't do this. MAGA base will always deflect and say, "Oh, that's not the majority of us." In fact, like I know some people who, like I know some Latinos for Trump who live in like New Jersey and New York, and in their eyes, they're like, "That's not all." It's not all of us. Most of us are pretty cool, but it's like, well, you live in New Jersey and New York, so you don't realize how white most of the country is. You know what I mean? Like you go to Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Kansas, Missouri, where I'm at now, pretty much anywhere outside of that Northeast area, or maybe outside of Florida or California, the majority of the country is defending itself, defending its white majority. That's all the right wing talks about. That's all Tucker Carlson talks about. Charlie Kirk, if I get on a plane and I see a black pilot, I'm going to be afraid that that's a DEI hire. Maybe they're not qualified to do that job. So this is the rhetoric that they spew constantly, and we've gotten so used to it that we just kind of wave it off and think, oh well, that's just Republicans. But clearly, this type of stuff has consequences. With this story, the story we did of the 15-year-old boy trying to drown a black kid. This stuff has real world consequences.
Yeah.
Donald Trump's term has not even started yet. And in addition to people like Stephen Miller dictating policy in his new administration, the general chaos and instability of Trump's upcoming term is just going to foster this type of behavior from individuals like this man. So, we all really need to get ready, really come together, because this isn't something that we can't kumbaya with these people. We have to fight these people. We have to beat these people. And this is just really an unfortunate story.
Yeah. I do believe updates will come from this. We will bring them as they do.